How do some of the greatest aimers like Oxy, Aspas, B? How do we get so good? Obviously, these guys are incredibly talented, but they've also spent countless hours in aim trainers. So is that the solution to getting good aim? Grinding Kovacs until your hands go numb? Not quite. Because fortunately for us, aim training is actually a science. And I have genuinely read the papers and done the boring study so you don't have to. If you don't believe me or want to see the more nerdy guide, you can check out the video where I go into depth into the data on the Road 2 channel. But enough yap, let's get into the routine that optimizes your aim and your time. First tip, start with the fundamentals. Aiming is a motor skill that doesn't come naturally to humans. I'm pretty sure cavemen weren't doing this back in the day. Now, aim trainers are the best for repeated practice. But a lot of gamers like myself, we never started with aim trainers, we just started playing the game and gradually got better over time. Now, there's nothing wrong with this, but you miss out on a lot of fundamentals with aiming. So when I started to get into aim training, I started with the fundamentals. And you should do this too. My good mate Lou is an aim training beast, but he recommends for aim labs, you should start with the Voltaic Valorant Novice Benchmark. This provides you a good understanding of where you're at for aiming across all the different types. I definitely have not mastered it, and I asked Lou what I should start with, and he suggested the Euphoric Attack FPS benchmark. When I did the benchmark, I realized my static clicking was pretty good, and that makes sense. I've played a lot of Valorant, and it's a lot of point and shoot, but my tracking was an all-time low. Okay, we have so much freaking work to do, bro. And that makes sense as well, because in Valorant, you don't do a whole lot of tracking compared to Overwatch or Apex. So I realized where I needed to work on my aim. My static couldn't really improve unless the other aspects of my aim improved. So that's tip number one, the fundamentals. But now tip number two is consistency. Now that you know the flaws in your aim, does that just mean I grind out tracking until I'm the greatest tracking player ever? No. You see, for the first week, that might seem really enjoyable and fun that you're improving, but then you don't see a whole lot of progress so quickly. And there's two reasons for that. One, you haven't given yourself enough time to see improvement, and two, cramming it in doesn't work. The best way to see improvement is doing it consistently over time. I found that doing at least 20 minutes each day is such a good base to fundamentally start to get better. After I've done my 20 minutes in Kovacs, I then load up Valorant. Kovacs is very good at working at your raw aim and giving you a very solid base to work off, but you still need to work on your in-game mechanics, depending on whatever game you are playing. Obviously, at the moment, I'm doing my deathmatch series, so I'm doing quite a few deathmatches each day. But again, like we're doing with Kovacs, this consistency of deathmatches each day is so good. It will slowly build up over time, and you're not trying to cram it all in. It efficiently stays with you. Now, I'm a full, firm believer in deathmatches, as I've spent over 240 hours in them, and I think it is one of the most valuable modes Valorant offers. The consistent fighting is such a good way to improve, get used to the maps, the gun, the movement, and more at such a fast pace. 1 to 3 of these each day is more than enough for you to see improvement and climb the ranks. You don't need to be playing 10 every day on top of 2 hours of Kovacs. It's just not going to happen, and it's highly unlikely. So the best thing I would suggest is 20 minutes of Kovacs, 1 to 3 death matches, and then get into ranked. Again, I'm not pulling these numbers from absolutely nowhere. I've got a full in-depth video in the description, or you can click up there. It's where I show you all the data that I've found, and you can double check for yourself. Overall, this Kovacs and deathmatch routine has worked really well for me, and I'm continuing to see improvement in my aim and surprising myself with some shots. I mean, take a look at this 1v6 I hit literally the other day for the first time in my life.
Never lost the finish. Oh my god.
4 doing a
6K.
thing.
Oh my god!
If you want to know what specs I use, I'm using the G Pro X Super Light 2 with a Ninja FX Soft. My sense is 0.27 and my DPI is 800. Again, I am not an aim training goat. Not yet, but Lou, he is. So if you want more aim labs and Kovacs related content, go check out his channel, the link is in the description. And if you want to see more Valorant related coaching content, check out my Road 2 channel, as I've posted a few coaching videos there. Hopefully this video helps you improve, or at least found it fascinating how Radiant like myself warms up and gets better aim. Thanks for watching, weekly upload starting this week, let's go!